Hey, welcome back to Spirit of a Handyman. Today we're going to look at how to replace a drippy shutoff valve for your main water.
Got the spirit of a handyman, a handyman.
So basically here at a customer's house and had to turn this off because we're remodeling the bathroom, remodeling 2 bathrooms, and over the course of turning it on and off, it already was kind of on its way out and it has now started to drip. I have this old shutoff valve. We're going to replace it with a 1/4 turn shutoff valve. Not only is that easier, newer, less drippy, basically we're going to cut it right here, just above that elbow, cut it right here, ideally, and then replace that with a shark bite, which just slips on. So first we need to go to the street and turn off the water at the street, which requires a special tool. Let's go look at that. I'm gonna pop that off, come down here, turn this so that that hole right there lines up with that hole, and then the water will be off and we can mess with it downstairs. Using this little tool. Alright, so we got the water shut off at the street. Now I'm just going to use this low profile cutting tool. I want to cut this as close to the valve as possible, at least for starters. Because I'm not sure how much pipe I actually need to get rid of. There's a little wheel in there that slices, so as I go, tighten that and just start spinning it around. You can see it kind of bounce on some of these solder joints. I probably could or should have done this just like a millimeter lower, but I think it'll still cut. Now, because this is the lowest water point, I've already turned, there's a utility tub down here over in the other room. So I've let the water drain from that spot, and that's close to here, but we're still going to end up filling up a bucket of water once this goes through. All the water in this line is going to drain out. Now it's loose. Cool, not a ton of water. And you can see if I hadn't shut it off at the street, this would be gushing up and making a huge mess. All right, so these are just push to connect. So just slipped that on. And you can see it went all the way down. So ideally, I would have liked for there to be a little bit of pipe right there, because now this is going to be basically impossible to get back off. Oh well, hopefully it never needs to come back off. So I'm basically going to cut this pipe as close to here as I can, and I think that that's going to be the right length of pipe to drop down in here. Otherwise, I'll raise it up, cut it up here, put a coupling, and then drop that on there. But we'll see. Probably could have opened this up. Draining all the water in the line. So I started to do this. Just spraying over here. Alright, so here's the fella that broke. Basically this is like I think this is called a gate valve. But the premise is that as you turn this, that little opening closes. And that's all well and good. So you see the little rubber seal touching the base. Cool, that keeps water out. Except right there, now water can get up through there and eventually force its way out through either this threading, or I've even seen it where it's started to leak out right there. And so now all that has to get resealed. So the way that these quarter turn ball valves work, instead, you just have this, right? You just turn it. See how it's all silver? Bam, that's going to keep all the water out. And now it never is going to even get into where the handle is. I guess in the open position it could, but in the closed position it never has that chance. Whereas this one in the closed position it does. This pipe is just not quite long enough. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it up a little bit higher, put on a coupling. Put on a coupling right here, and then have a little feeder piece that I'll cut from there that will go from this up to this coupling. So it almost worked out great, but I could push it down in there, but that's going to put a little bit of stress on these pipes, and I'd rather push them up than have them be stressed down. So here I went ahead and trimmed off just a little bit of this pipe, because basically I have to account for the fact that the coupling also has some length. I've put in a new section of pipe, and I'm going to cut this to length, and then slip the coupling over this end and over there. So this coupling is going to go on here. Oh, a little bit of solder, we want to clean that up. And just press that on. And there you go. There's your new one. New ball valve, little connection piece, coupling, bada bing, bada boom. All right, so the repair's done. I just did the exact opposite. Put this in here, turned it into the open position. Put this plate down in here. Oh, there we go. And then this. You need like a special key to unlock it. I was able to get at it, but you can kind of see it came at an expense. There you go. That's how to change out the main water shutoff for your house. Would have cost a plumber $145 an hour from when they leave the store, plus these same parts and materials, which I did. It's really not that hard, not that bad. You can do it. This is the first time I've done this. You can do it on your first try too. Hope this video empowers the DIYer inside of you to get out there and try it. Go ahead and click that subscribe button and stay tuned for more updates from Spirit of the Handyman.
Got the spirit of a handyman.